Okay, we're back for part 2.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever.
Okay, that was Crispy being a racist Asian Spider-Man.
No, I was quoting the Asian lady from Spider-Man 1. Oh, no, or Spider-Man 2.
I didn't remember that.
It was an old lady going, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, where have you gone to, Spider-Man?
Okay, so, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer.
Oh, and I'm really sad that J. Jonah Jameson is not in it.
I know, J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
He was in the Amazing...
Spider-Man, where are you?
He's in the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon.
What? I know.
He's that hardcore.
Well, when you have lemons, don't make lemonade, get angry.
Yeah, I'm gonna make lemons that burn your house down!
Yes.
Portal 2. Okay, so I'm gonna let Quenspy take the lead on this one, because he has some things to say about it that are different to what I have to say.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean,
sorry about my old office chair that's squeaky. I can't do anything about it.
I'm sitting on a squeaky stool, so...
Okay.
So, no, it's not that squeaky. Anyway, where do I start with this? Well, I mean, I have to start with the villains. I mean, me and my friend here will agree that that the Electro is not exactly what we pictured. I'm all for the original spandex outfit, actually, with the star electric things on his face. Mm-hmm. But you know, obviously they have to redress the look. But otherwise, I'm just excited to see the villains in this. And if you follow the comics, here's a spoiler: if you follow the comic books, you know that since the Green Goblin's going to be in this, and people think it's going to be
spoiler,
major
spoiler.
Gwen Stacy's gonna die. Well, that's the theory anyway. Because, yeah. And,
I can't. How many times are we gonna kill the bitch off?
Hey, you said you let me have this.
I'm sorry, but they've killed Gwen Stacy off so many times in the comics.
I guess my friend here is gonna talk the entire time.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of tired of seeing her die.
Yeah, well, yeah, I am too. Both comic book wise, both cartoon wise, and just every wise. She was one of my favorite characters, and I love her depiction by Emma Stone. I mean, I love her as an actress. She's just incredible. She really made the first movie for me, and it looks like she's gonna have a big part. There's a bit of a conflict. There's a whole bunch of conflicts that are going to be in this movie. Obviously, they've always been is Peter and his aunt, and then apparently Gwen Stacy is going to be moving to England, so it's going to be Spider-Man trying to hold on to his girlfriend while doing the Spider-Man thing, and also just trying to get through life and being Spider-Man, I guess, and then finding out the truth about his parents, as advertised in the trailer.
Thanks for spoiling that.
No,
I'm saying the trailer.
Yeah. Thanks for spoiling that because we didn't know. Apparently, his father was working for Oscorp. Well, we knew that, but we're not sure what. We know that he was working on a serum, and that probably is going to lead to the creation of the Green Goblin or the Rhino. His work
or Venom.
There are theories that Venom's going to be in the film. I am hopeful, or Carnage maybe.
Well, as long as it's not Topher Grace, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm hoping Channing Tatum would be a better one, you know. But anyway, Paul Giamatti as the Russian, the original character who played the character of the Rhino was a Russian guy, but Paul Giamatti, I've listened to his voice. He doesn't really do Russian that well. He talk like an Italian, Hey, what's going on?
Well, I don't know how good of a villain voice Paul Giamatti can do.
No, that's the thing. He was kind of a dick in Big Fat Liar.
Yeah, but he wasn't a menacing, scary villain.
Well, the Rhino certainly is going to be, because if you've seen the suit, it looks badass. And I'm really glad they went techno-wise instead of the armor.
Oh,
because,
cool. Are they doing the, like, robot rhino thing from Ultimate Spider-Man?
The robot, like tank-like.
Sweet!
Yeah, that's why I saw. I'm like, oh, that's much better than the hide. Because I mean that was a good choice. Because even if they were trying to be dedicated to the fans,
well, the Techno Rhino was in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. But I mean also, like even if they tried to go original to the fans, it wouldn't look that good on cinema. As opposed to a cartoon or the comic books. It looks really good in the comic books and the action figure and stuff.
Well, you know what, though? If they did the hide, I think they could do it. I mean, they made the lizard look cool.
Yeah, but I always like the snout. I mean, just the whole thing that convinced the whole thing for me was
I'm sorry, but if they're doing the robot rhino,
it
giant
looks so
glowing
cool.
red eyes, a must-have.
Well, no. He's kind of like center controlling it, like a Gundam kind of thing.
Oh.
The chest kind of thing.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I saw it because I saw Paul Giamatti like outside the Rhino thing, like kind of a little cockpit kind of thing. It looks cool, and of course as the Spider-Man sees, he's probably going to knock it out with a manhole cover.
Yeah. The thing is, I think they've confirmed up to the Amazing Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, but have they confirmed any villains?
I don't know. I'd love to see Black Cat in the film franchise.
Wow. Yeah.
Alicia Hardy.
Yeah,
yes, she's a blatant Catwoman ripoff, but who cares?
I'd like to see. Oh, what's her name? Blue Jay, or what was her name? Mockingbird.
Yeah. You know who would be really cool to have?
Who?
I would really love to see. Is it just Scorpion? Is that his name?
Oh, the Scorpion, yes!
With the giant, like, robot tail thing.
Oh.
Like he'll grab Spider-Man with, like, a robot tail and smack him around.
Or, like, a deadly poison, like, a bladed tip, but with
Yeah.
Yeah. With little, like, robot claws and stuff. Yeah.
Or, hey, you know what we could do as long as we're doing the Green Goblin again? Do a right Doc Ock.
Oh, no, well, yeah, Well, here's the thing. I thought the technology was right. I thought the actor was right. The problem is you didn't put the character right.
Yeah.
The character, Doc Ock, was never a good guy.
Yeah.
He never was. He was a dick as a doctor. He was a jerk as a villain. And the fact that they replaced him as Spider-Man pisses me off. But that's for another time.
Yeah, So, we're getting off topic. We are on topic. We're on Spider-Man, and since we're doing these podcasts, I guess we're allowed to ramble a little more.
Or if you really want to put the Vulture in it.
You really have to pull that off where that doesn't look cheesy.
No, that's the thing. He always looks stupid.
Well, they have done a version, kind of like a knight armor thing, where they give him, like a vulture, like, beak head thing.
Comics, he always looks stupid.
Yeah, well, there was one version where they gave him, like, this helmet that had, like, a bird beak on it. No, it looked kind of cool.
No.
I'm sorry, but you know what there needs to be?
What?
There needs to be a cameo by Stan Lee.
He always has a cameo. He was in the other one, too.
Yeah, but there needs to be a cameo. A Stan Lee fighting the Vulture.
I'm Stan Lee. I created Spider-Man.
Here, director of Amazing Spider-Man 3, 4, 5, 7 billion. Have Stan Lee. Have Stan Lee.
Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. have Stan Lee fight the Vulture and win.
I'm going to beat up the Vulture because I'm Stan Lee and I created Spider-Man.
Yes. Oh, you know what? We could also have a cool version of the Shocker.
You know, actually, I'd like to see a crossover. I'd like to see Doctor. What was that? The magic superhero. What was his name?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Yeah, because he tutors Peter a couple of times in the comic books. So I'd like to see him make a cameo. Either that, or I'd like to see Mockingjay. I like her.
They're making another Fantastic Four, right?
Yes, and that's going to have the black kid from Chronicle as the Human Torch. Yeah, well, which either means that Susan Storm has to be black, or that she and him have to be adopted kids, I guess.
Yeah. But, like, I'm sorry, have the Fantastic Four come in.
Yes, the Fantastic Four have always been an aid to here's some history about Spider-Man. That would be great. I mean, they obviously can't do any of the superheroes from, like, even though Peter Parker has always admired Tony Stark and always held up to Captain America, who he strived to be many times in the comic. You can't obviously have the crossovers, but use some. I'd like to see them use some superheroes they haven't incorporated yet. Like
I really hope they do get Sony and Marvel get into a deal to include Spider-Man in the Avengers 2 or 3.
Disney is much more richer than Sony, so it's almost time they're going to do it.
I mean, but it would be such a big promotion for Spider-Man too.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3, you mean?
No, I meant Spider-Man the character to be in the Avengers 2 or 3.
I don't think he is. But I am looking to the Rise of Ultron. I am so much. Ultron's been one of the best villains that the Avengers have ever had.
Here's a spoiler, or a possible spoiler for Amazing Spider-Man 4. They're gonna do the Miles Morales thing.
Remind me who that is?
Black Spider-Man.
Ooh.
He's like a orphan or something, like a street kid.
That would be nice. A call to Ultimate Spider-Man. Nice, yeah. Well,
no, in Ultimate Spider-Man, it was a.
I hope Fox kind of gives some of the rights from X-Men because one person who always had kind of a crush on Spider-Man was Rogue. Rogue always kind of had this kind of, if you read the comics, and she kind of always had this crush on Spider-Man.
Yeah. So the trailer. The trailer looked cool.
It looks so badass.
Yeah, we kind of went off a rant on Spider-Man in general. But the trailer looks cool. I'm not a fan of this Harry Osborn.
No, I mean, the guy's... I like the actor, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, you need to... I just don't remember... I'm just wondering how... Because we're just a little uncertain about how he'll be portrayed.
Yeah, like... In the comics, Harry was a nerd like Peter.
Well,
kind of.
There are different versions. There were some that were nerds, and some of them he was just kind of a useless kid.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, he doesn't look that nerdy in this movie. Yeah. But he doesn't seem like James Franco either. You know, he just kind of seems...
It's a different franchise, so they can't really bring James Franco back.
Yeah. Well, no, but he's not a complete nerd, and he's not a suave, rich kid either.
Yeah, I don't think Norman was. I don't think Norman's kid was either. Norman Osborn, I mean. I like the interesting aspect of Norman Osborn was always a well built person in the comic books, very strong, but very maniacally smart man. I mean, he was clever. He was seductive by mind, like not but I mean, like he could. Seduce into doing what he wants by finding out what your weakness is, but he was also maniacal and just insane. So the fact that they make him an old man kind of ish in this film is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing Harry as the Green, because the whole reason in the original comics and in the Sam Raimi films was because Spider-Man killed his father. That's why he became the Green Goblin.
Well, Spider-Man killed his father. But also in the original comic books, Norman Osborn is the one who kills Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, not Harry.
That's what causes Peter to go on that.
Yeah, and that's why he kills Norman.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about the choice, and I don't know how I feel about Jamie Foxx.
Well, yeah, I mean we're at.
I liked him in. Was it White House Down or Olympus Has Fallen?
White House Down. I loved him in Django Unchained.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my gosh, that is such a cool ass movie.
So it's not the actor. I just have a problem that I think Jamie Foxx might go a little hammy.
Well, in the original, you know what's interesting is that I've seen the clip on how he becomes Electro. So here's a spoiler. Jamie Foxx ends up in Oscorp because he works for Oscorp, and he in the original comic books he gets zapped by a electric pole and somehow survives it.
It gets electric powers.
Yeah, and it gets electric powers. Yeah. But in this, he falls into a tank of electric eels and some sort of plasmic thing from Oscorp, and it turns him into Electro. And the first entrance we see him is he shuts like that. That blasting you see in the trailer is actually Electro knocking out the power grid.
Yeah. So it's not the actor that I'm worried about with Electro.
Yeah.
Like I like the actor.
Yeah, the actor's fine.
I just think with that kind of a design that this guy could go really, really hammy.
Yeah.
And
he has clinch one of the things that made me feel like he was going to be in the ham acting and just cheesy is there's one line where I hear him say, "Let's go catch us a spider."
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm just...
Oh, no. I'm just like, no.
I just don't want him to become another...
You're better than that, Jamie.
Yeah, I just don't want him to become another... I am Gotham's Reckoner!
Oh, God, no.
We will take our city back! This great city!
Or even worse. I've been Ice-D.
Well, but the thing with Batman and Robin was the whole point was to be campy.
No, they overdid it, though. I'm just saying I don't want that kind of campiness. Yeah,
but, Andrew Garfield is going to take this seriously. Yeah. And Emma Stone looks like she's caring about the script.
Yeah.
And even Harry Osborn seems like he's caring.
Paul Giamatti doesn't. Paul Giamatti looks like he's overacting. Hey, you a funny guy!
Yeah, and the thing with... Electro, so 3 of the actors, Harry, Gwen, and Peter, are taking this seriously.
Yeah.
And maybe even Aunt May. And then Electro, I could just be like, unlimited power!
Unlimited power!
Unlimited power!
Okay. But yeah, I think this is...
The only thing is, if Electro is so hammy, I want there to be some good one-liners.
Yeah. Not, let's go catch us a spider.
Yeah, that guy sure is fresh, that guy gives off a spark, or something like that.
I like the nicknames that, Spider-Man hasn't lost his sense of humor. The first thing he calls Electro is Sparkles. I thought that was cute.
Yeah. So, Amazing Spider-Man, I love the original.
I love the Tobey Maguire or the series.
The Amazing Andrew Garfield one.
Yeah, the first one. Oh, I thought I was say I love the original comic books. I grew up with them.
Once again, I didn't grow up with the comics. I discovered the comics a lot later.
Yeah. I grew up a comic book kid.
Yeah, I grew up with the cartoon of Spider-Man.
Oh, that too. I grew up with that too.
Yeah, and then my first experience with Spider-Man in the comics was the Ultimate series.
That was mine was the original. Then I read the Ultimate, and I liked it. Yeah,
so I'm coming from a weird place with this.
Yeah, but next we'll be discussing Godzilla, and I think there's been a few Godzilla comics, but not. But we'll discuss the original, the old campy Japanese movies and.
What? The original Godzilla is badass, even to this day.
Yes.
That's my cat in the background, everybody. Sorry. We can't really rate this trailer because we haven't seen the movie, so we're guesstimating what the movie's gonna be like.
Okay, so here's our rating.
From the trailer, we're gonna do lightning bolts.
Amazing Spider-Man is the top. Then it's Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, and it's Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man
3,
and then Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man 2 and then Spider-Man 3?
No, to me, 2 goes below 3.
Okay. All right.
So, this movie gets the trailer gets it a good Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
I'm looking forward to it because I love every one of these characters, and I'm going to go with the Amazing Spider-Man. I that's how much confidence I have in this.
Yeah, I'm just so afraid that with, the Rhino, Green Goblin, and Electro, it's going to be a little bit of a CF.
What does that mean?
I'm trying to censor myself.
Cluster F, yeah.
Yes.
There is always the threat that there could be no plot because of that.
Okay, so I'm going to stop here for this part, and then join us for the third and final part, Godzilla!
Godzilla.
Bye!